to the Parental Influence YouTube channel. I thought I'd get another video up again this week. I did say that I was going to publish a weekly vlog for you guys with updates on what we're doing. Last week I did it on Thursday. I'm already a day late, apologies. But yesterday I had quite a lot of meetings, and it was actually my anniversary with my girlfriend last night, so we went out for a nice meal and that was wonderful. So yeah, if you let me off, I'd appreciate it. I wanted to kind of have a chat with you guys and explain a little bit more about influencer marketing and what it is. I know that last week I kind of explained a little bit about parental influence and what we're setting out to achieve, but I didn't really explain what influencer marketing is and how it works and how you can maybe best either use it as a blogger to your advantage in terms of working with brands, or if you are a brand and you're looking to work with influencers, how you can maybe understand that market a little better and understand what it is that you might be looking for and how to achieve it. So basically, influencer marketing is working with basically anyone that has an influence over someone else. So for example, if you have a friend and you say to them, wow, I went to see a great movie at the cinema last night. The film was really, really good. I'd really recommend it. Go and watch it. And your friend says, that sounds really, really good. I trust your recommendation, so I'll go and see it myself. That is influencer marketing in its most basic principle. However, with the advances in social media and blogging, your influence can reach hundreds or thousands, or in some cases millions of people, and those people that follow you and trust your recommendations therefore start to enact on them, and hopefully if you're a brand that's working with an influencer, that campaign can snowball and you'll get more and more people involved, and those recommendations become trusted and therefore seem more authentic than a brand telling you how good a product is themselves. I can stand here and say Parental Influence is the greatest influencer marketing agency of all time, but that's me telling you that my business is good. However, if other influencers or other brands that have worked with us say, these guys are amazing and they work really, really hard and really, really well, then you start to trust that opinion a little bit more. So think of it as every time you go on holiday, the chances are you'll probably check TripAdvisor to see how good that hotel was, how nice the staff were, how good the food was, all those kind of things. And that's now expanded onto Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Pinterest, all to tell your friends how good an experience was with a particular brand, be it travel, fitness, fashion, lifestyle, or any of those different things. So just so that you're kind of a bit more aware of how your influence might work. We're starting to see a lot of mentions now from up-and-coming bloggers that are starting to get a bit of attention from brands and PR, and are just happy to work with these companies because they feel a bit more valued by what they're doing and how they're working. And so it's just to understand that when you are approached by brands, or if you are a brand approaching a blogger or an influencer, that a relationship at that point is born. So one thing that influencer marketing is often talked about is around relationships. There can be certain kind of transactions that take place where it's pretty much a simple, will you write a blog post for us, will you post a picture for us, we'll pay you X amount of money to do that, or we'll give you a sample of a product that you might be interested in if you can then post on it. If that is a transaction that you're happy with, then that's fine, and that's how quite a lot of these transactions take place. But in order to get the most benefit out of influencer marketing, it's actually kind of understanding a little bit more about that influencer, or if you are an influencer, understanding a little bit more about that brand, and really kind of delving into what is expected of that relationship. Why is it that the brand has picked a particular blogger or influencer, and why are they interested in working with that particular person? Now, the kind of number one reason really is that the audience is a good match. And this is one thing that we are really kind of advocates for, and why we tend to work with up and coming and growing bloggers and influencers, is that the audience match tends to be a lot closer to what a brand is looking for. Sometimes you can work with these super influencers with hundreds of thousands of followers, and then when you actually kind of delve into it, why are hundreds of thousands of people following that one person? It could be for a variety of different reasons, because that person might blog about, or Instagram about, or YouTube about a variety of different things. If you're usually a growing blogger, you've normally built a community around what you write that's kind of very particular around a certain interest or niche. So, you might be a beauty blogger, and you only typically write about beauty, and you give your recommendations on what type of makeup you enjoy using, what makes your skin feel the best. Maybe if you have a particular skin type, or if you get irritations using certain products, for example, you might then be able to explain a little better, this product is right for me, and so therefore I'd recommend it if anyone else had a similar kind of affliction. So when taking that into consideration, it tends to be best if you're a brand working with a blogger that has a highly engaged community around a particular subject, rather than just going for that super reach and trying to find someone with the most followers, because although they have a lot of followers, all of those followers might not necessarily be relevant, and so therefore you might be taking a bit of a gamble, and you're paying the extra money for the extra followers, and it's not necessarily going to work, and not everyone that reads that post or watches that YouTube video is actually going to be interested about what is being mentioned at that time. So I thought that it'd be worthwhile just giving you a little bit of a lowdown in terms of what blogging and influencer marketing is becoming, and to give you that understanding that in order to kind of get the most out of working with brands, if you're a blogger or if you're a brand looking to work with influencers, is that it's about relationships. It's about building that relationship and starting to understand why a particular influencer writes about what they choose to write about, how they've built an audience, what content has allowed them to build that audience, and then what content does that audience then want to see on a regular basis in order to carry on engaging. If you're a brand, you then want to take advantage of that and start to work with that influencer to build content that matches that audience, rather than being a brand that approaches an influencer and says, here, please put this content out there for us. It doesn't really work that way, and it's always best to get influencers in at the creative stage, so that they can then tell you how best to work with their audience. So if you ever need any help, if you're a blogger working with a brand and you're looking to maybe kind of enhance that relationship, and you're looking to see how you can maybe ask the right questions or get the best responses, then please do help us. Kind of help you, really, I guess, because we're always looking to work with as many bloggers and influencers as possible that need our help. So get in touch. And if you're a brand, we have great relationships already in place with a network of over 300 different influencers and bloggers. And so if you're looking for someone that would be the best match for you, then feel free to get in touch. Hopefully we'll be back again next week with some more interesting insights, and look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.